Howdy folks, welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be doing another episode of World in Flames Collector's Edition, Days of Decision 3, Combined Game Playthrough number 2. This little screenshot I have here is the Eastern Front, Poland basically. There isn't any war in the East yet, but anything can happen in this game. Last turn we saw a bunch of gear ups. We saw the Soviets forget to save enough money to gear up. I'm sure they'll probably be doing that this turn. And okay, let's go take a look at starting money and see what major powers have decided to bid. Okay, starting money for March, April 1941 looks like this. We have Germany at -2, Japan at 0, Italy at -1, the Soviets at 1. Commonwealth at -7, the US at -1, China at 0, and the Free French at -3. Now you might start seeing some discrepancies in the numbers, and that's going to be caused by various major powers scrapping older units. You get a credit when you scrap an older unit, depending on what it cost. So you're going to start seeing a little bit of that now, because there's a bunch of stuff in the reserve pool that's 36, 35. So that stuff's going to start getting scrapped now, and so that's why you'll see that. Now let's take a look at what we have for bids from the major powers. Okay, we got 4 major powers bidding. We have Germany bidding 1, the Commonwealth bidding 1, the Soviets bidding 1, and Japan bidding 1. Now let's go take a look at how this is going to shake out. Come over here to the initiative position track. See if I can get the political effectiveness in there too. Okay. So we have Germany bidding 1. They're going to get a +3 for 4. However, they're going for 2 options. So that's going to divide by 2. So there are 2. We have the Commonwealth also bidding 1. They're going to get a +3 for 4. They're going for 2 options too. So that means 4 divided by 2 is 2. The Soviets bid 1. They get a +1, that's a 2. And Japan also bid 1, they get a +1, that's a 2. So we have a 4-way tie. So the tie will be broken by political effectiveness. And here we see that Germany has the top political effectiveness at 8. So they will come in at first. Followed by the Commonwealth at 7. They will be second. Then we have the Soviets and the Japanese are both at 4s. So it will be current order. So Japan will be 3rd and the Soviets will be 4th. The last card will go next to Germany, and the last card will go down here by the Soviets. Now for the non-bidding major powers, we have the US at +4. That'll put them in at 5th. We have China and Italy at +2. When we come over here, we see that China is at 1 and the Italians are a 3. So the Italians will win that tie. China will come in 7th, and the Free French will be 8th. So that's our turn order. Germany's first up on the clock, so let's go see what she wants to do. So for Germany's first option, she wants to build a factory. That's going to cost her 7 build points and take 4 turns to do. There is no US entry, no minor effects, and Germany does not get to activate a minor. For her second option, she is going to try influence. She's going to try to influence. That's this one right here. Okay. That's option, oh, this is a Commonwealth. What am I looking at? Okay, I was looking at the wrong sheet. So the first option for Germany is going to be 6 build points and 4 turns to do it. The second option is also going to be the influence one. That's this one right here. And that will be a die roll, and it's the cost is going to be 9 minus the miner's willpower, and she's going to try to get influence on Turkey. We take a look at Turkey for minor countries. Turkey. we see that their willpower, that's this number right here, is a 4. So it's going to be 9 minus 4. It's going to cost 5 for this die roll. And all it is a die roll. So I'll grab the dice. Okay, we'll roll a die and see what Germany gets. Okay, that's a pretty good die roll. That's a 9. And a 9 for influence is going to be +4. So Germany will be getting a +4 influence into Turkey. So I will note that down. Germany also does not get to activate a minor. However, the last thing that she's going to do, she's going to roll a die and see if she ends the political phase. This will be one previous option played, and there's a +1 to the die because the 4 major powers at war. Oh, that was close. That would not make the Commonwealth happy. But the political phase will continue, and I'll come back in a second with the Commonwealth. Okay, the Commonwealth is going to start off with a similar trick that Germany did. They're going to try influence 2. Now, the minor country that they're going to try to influence, they're going to try to influence Iraq. So again, it's a die roll. Oh, and the U.S. is footing the tab for this because they're a level 2 treaty partner. So they graciously volunteered to pay for all the Commonwealth's costs. Free ride, might as well do it, right? All right, let's roll a die, find out what happens. Oh, jeez. Oh, they actually did better. I'm so surprised. They did better than, I figured they'd get a 1 or something, than the Germans. That's a 10. And a 10, my fat hand out of the way, a 10 is a +5. So they will get +5 influence in Iraq. Now, they already have a +1 there. So I will put that out, and the last thing they have to do is roll to see if they end the political phase. An 8 does not end the political phase, so they will get their second option. Let me take care of that first. Okay, for the Commonwealth's second option, they're going to try to sign a minor alliance with, guess who? Iraq. Okay, so this is going to require a die roll again, and we get to add 1. Okay, so if you roll better than roll more than a 0, you succeed. So we add 1 to the result for each factory or resource marker that the Commonwealth has in Iraq, and that's 0. Add the minor's willpower, which is a 5. Subtract your initiative position, which is a 2. Subtract the distance in hexes on the status display, and that is 6. Yes, it's 6 hexes away. So that's going to put that down to a -3. The minor is not hostile. I'm not trying to break an alliance. So again, we're coming down to a die roll. I think it's anything but a 1 or a 2. Okay, and it looks to me like that's going to succeed. That is a 4. 4 minus 3 is a 1, and all we have to get is better than a 0, and they succeed. So the Commonwealth will sign a treaty, a minor alliance rather, with Iraq. They will get the chance to, I gotta put the treaty chart down for all their effects, but they will get the chance to activate a minor after this, so let me go put all those things out and I'll be right back. Okay, here we see the U.S. entry numbers. This was the last time I calculated it. We had Germany at 46.5. They have now dropped to 40. Italy was at 3. They've dropped to -3.5. And Japan was at 25.5. And they have dropped to 16.5. And that has to do basically with the gear-ups that we saw from the Commonwealth, the United States, and China. Now, next turn, I would suspect there's probably going to be a gear-up from the Soviets. and plus the war with the Democrats, through the 3 rolls that we're going to get for the fascist countries. That's all going to increase U.S. entry. It was one of the reasons why you didn't see a lot of Democrats bidding for political options this turn, because they want to jack up the U.S. entry. The only one that you really had bidding was the Commonwealth, and their alliance with Iraq had a 0 U.S. entry on it. So that's basically why that was like that. All right, now let's go take a look at reinforcements. We do have some reinforcements this turn. Okay, so what do we got? We got some ships going in the construction pool. We have a British Commonwealth little carrier, Unicorn. We also have a Italian carrier, the Falco, and it's also kind of a small carrier. And other than that, we have the Free French Transport going on map. They will be happy with that. We have an Italian fighter going on map, a militia unit going on map, a bomber going on map, and a sub going on map. So the Italians are getting a few units here. That's going to cost them 2 pilots to put both of these on map. I think they will be happy to pay that. And I'll have 0 pilots. We have 2 U.S. convoy points. We'll just add them right in right now. That's easy enough to do. The Japanese have a territorial for Korea. They have 3 convoy points, another tactical bomber, Sonia, and the Otago heavy cruiser. So that's going to cost them a pilot, which they will be happy to pay, because their tactical bomber force really sucks in China right now. The Soviets are getting a pretty good pile right here. So we got 2 convoy points. We got 2 infantry armies, a mechanized army, and an anti-tank division, plus a fighter. So they will pay a pilot to get that fighter on map. And all these guys are going to go someplace, I'm sure. It's just in time. The Germans. We got 2 pilots for the Germans. We have Rommel going on map. We have a very good Panzer Corps going on map. We have the Comet going on map, and we have an SS Infantry Division going on map, as well as the Dusseldorf Militia. For the Commonwealth, we have a fighter that's going to go on map, I'm sure. Oh, we don't have any pilots, so it's going to go in the reserve pool. I might take one off board and put that one on later. We have a territorial. We have the Cape Town Militia. Oh, I'm sorry. We do have a pilot. So we'll put that guy on map. Anyways. And we got a tanker point and a motorized corps in Australia. So now we'll get all this stuff on the map, and we'll come back. Let's roll initiative first, and then we'll roll the weather. See what's up with that. Probably should have done that first. Here's the initiative. There is a +2 for the fascists, a +1 for the communists, and a 0 for the Democrats. So the fascists rolled a 1, so that's going to be a 3. The communists rolled a 3, that's going to be a 4. And the Democrats rolled a 4, that's going to be a 3. No, it's going to be a 4. There's no -1 for the Democrats. So I think the Democrats want to go first. They will be followed by the communists. And they will push the fascists down to last. I think that's good as far as that goes. I think they're all happy with that. Again, they try to coordinate things in China. Now we're going to roll weather. We have a +2 to the weather roll for this turn. This is March, April. That's a 5. And a 5, which becomes a 7 in March, April. It's not really great weather. Rain in the Arctic. Rain in North Temperate. What do we got? Fair in the Mediterranean, fair in North Monsoon, rain in South Monsoon, and fair in Temperate. So these two go away. We get one here. The impulse marker will move up 2 per set of impulses. And there's no plus to the weather die roll for the next set of weather roll. Now I will go and get the reinforcements on the map, and I'll come back with our Democrat first impulse. So the Commonwealth ended up taking a combined and managed to assemble another line right here. There was a unit that was reinforcements down here. This was actually in Alexandria, so they actually managed to get a little bit of a line together right there. They also got some convoy escorts out, and I think that's about it for that. China's not really doing anything. They don't really have too much to do at this point. They're just kind of hunkering down and hoping the Japanese fail any attack that they make. The Free French, they don't have anything to move. They don't have anything to move yet, so they're just gonna kind of lay low where they are right now. And I think that's about it for the Democrats. The Communists just took a combined, moved some of their reinforcements up. That's about all they did. The same with the Communist Chinese. They don't really have anything they want to really do. They're kind of happy with the way the line looks, and it's rain up there anyways, so it's basically going to flip anything that moves. So that basically is it for the Communists. Now I got the Fascists. They're up. I will come back in a few seconds and see what we might have going on with the Fascists. Okay, Japan has decided to take a land impulse. They don't have any land movement. However, they do have 2 ground strikes right here. So grab the stack, come up here, we'll roll some dice. We have 2 KI, what are these guys? KI 32s, they have tactical factors of 2. Now this is a mountain hack, so no, it won't be halved, but so they are actual 2s. And we got 3 units. One of them's Chang. Alright, so we're just going to roll 2 dice for each unit, and we're going to go right to left, so it'll be the Cav Division first, and looking for 2s. There's a 1, so the Cav Division will be flipped over. And then for the Cav Corps, there's 2 right there, so that's flipped over. And then for Chang, and that one, Chang is not. So we have 2 units flipped over. And these 2 guys will fly home and flip over. They came from, I think, Wuhan, which is 3 hexes away. Oh, the Chinese could have intercepted, but they decided not to. Yeah, Okay, so now the Japanese have a, I think it is, there is a whole bunch here, 16 points here, and the Japanese have 36. Let me count them up. 7, 15, 27, 28, 31, and 5 is 36. 36. Chinese boned that up, but that's all right. All right, so they're going to commit HQ benefits. It's no sense in committing Chang because he's not going to do anything. And it's basically a 2-to-1 plus 3. And this is going to be on the assault table. 2-to-1 plus 3. Well, could be really bad. Could be really bad. Could be really good. Could be really bad. All right, let's see what we get. Excuse me. Get for a die roll. 3's not that great. So that's going to be a 6. That's 1 loss to each side. Not exactly what Japan was hoping for, because this is going to flip over all the Japanese units. I will take care of that, and I will come back. I believe we're going to have some sub-action in the Atlantic. So the Italians took a naval, and as you can see, the Italian fleet has decided to move out. There are some units out there. I don't know what the Italians are going to do with them. Looks like almost like an invasion force, possibly. All right, let's go over to the Atlantic. Here we got a big giant pile of German subs. We'll turn one over to initiate a potential combat. And again, it's just die rolls. Now it is rain, so all right, here we are in the Atlantic. Searching. So the Commonwealth got a 1, but we add 1 to that because of the rain, so that's a 2. So nothing, and the Germans got a 7, which is an 8, so nothing, so there will be no combat. There will be no combat. And that's it for the fascists. And we will roll for weather and see what we get for a weather roll. I'll do that right here. A 7. Isn't that what I got last time? Same weather as last turn. Last set of impulses. So I will do the, I think the Commonwealth is going to do a naval. I think so. I think she wants to get her stuff out there, and it might be time to go after the Italian fleet too. So I will come right back with her moves and show you what she did. Okay, the Commonwealth has decided there's no better time than the future. No better time than now, not the future. Oh, and they got a sub. We might as well put that out there too, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. You can go right there. Use everything we got. How about these? Yeah, why not? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 3. There. All right, so we're going to do some search rolling in the Mediterranean. See what we get. Well, that wasn't good for the Commonwealth, but that was pretty good for the Italians. That was a pretty good roll, because they actually have a naval air unit here too. So that's a 4, right? And the naval air unit has, it increases this box to a 3. I gotta look these rules up, make sure I get them right. Okay, because the Italians rolled a 4, everything from the 4 box down is included in the combat for the Italians. Now, the Commonwealth rolled a 6. They do not have anything, there is no 6 box, so there's no included units that make the combat. And since they don't actually have anything, nothing is included. So they don't find anything. So in order to have units included in the combat, you must roll the box number or lower that's modified by naval air or a carrier that has a range of 4. I don't think they have any. No, they don't. So now the Italians can just pick and decide which fleet they want to engage. And I think they're going to engage this one here. I think so. The Abda fleet. Now I got to figure out the surprise points. Okay, here's what we got. We got the Italians having 6 surprise points. They have 34 ships and 94 surface points. The Commonwealth has 14 ships and 34 surface points. The Italians are going to spend 4 surprise points to select the combat option, which will be surface. They'll use the remaining 2 to shift the Commonwealth's combat odds column down 1 to the left. So the Italians will take 2 sunks. The Commonwealth will take 3 sunks, 2 damages, and 2 aborts. So we'll do the Commonwealth first. And I think for the 2 sunks, she would rather just straight out sink stuff. They're going to try this heavy cruiser, the Garzelli. That's a 5. And it is not sunk, it is damaged. So I'll put it here. Now see, the Commonwealth can select that one again. And it's guaranteed to be sunk because it's good. The least it's going to get is a damage. And 2 damages is a sunk. So guaranteed sunk or maybe sink something else. The Italians are just going to repair it. Let's sink it. So it doesn't really matter what the Italians roll. It's going to be sunk. Saving or not, still going to get sunk. Now, the Commonwealth, the carriers are screened. So the Italians are going to select the Malaya first up. So that rolls to save. That needs a better than a 3. A 2 doesn't do it, it's sunk. That's, yeah, okay. The Commonwealth will pick, wow. I guess we'll pick this heavy cruiser, Dortshire. Roll to save, need better than a 6. A 2 doesn't do it, it's sunk. Now the Italians will pick, I guess none of them, they're all kind of the same, except the 2 light cruisers. We'll pick the heavy cruiser Cornwall. We got to roll better than a 6. It's damaged. Now the Commonwealth will pick a damage. They'll take one of the light cruisers. This one right here, the Coventry. Got to roll better than an 8 for it to not be damaged. It's damaged. The Italians will pick the Cornwall again for a damage. If it saves, it's aborted, so it will go in the repair pool. But there's 1 is added to the save number for it being damaged. Doesn't matter. The Italians rolled a 3. That ship is sunk. And the last 2 are aborted, so we'll roll them both at the same time. We'll roll the Canberra and the Australia. Just roll 2 dice. They're both 6s. And they both abort. Now, I think the Commonwealth, rather than getting hammered to death, I think they would prefer to abort their whole fleet at this point. So that's what they're going to do. They're going to abort the whole fleet. We could have taken the Greek ship for a loss, but it's actually not a bad ship. Or even the sub. So all the Commonwealth ships abort. They all have to abort. I'll turn them upside down to denote they're all aborted. And that is it for the Commonwealth Impulse. No, she's actually going to try to engage. Yeah, but the subs are just going to ignore me. The fleet's up there. That's basically there to keep the German surface fleet where it is. So, I think that's it for the Commonwealth. The Chinese, they're all set now that Japan's, half their army is flipped over. And I don't think the U.S. is doing anything. I think they're good where they are. And China's good. They're good. I'm going to move these aside for now. Alright, okay. So that's that. And we will move on to the Communists. The Russians are going to move a few units. That's about it. I'll do that later. The Communist Chinese are pat. Then we will move on to the fascists. Now, the fascists are going to try for the Germans are going to try for another naval combat up here in the Atlantic. It's not going to be a naval combat. It's going to be sub-action if they roll good. If they don't roll good, it won't matter. Oh, that's not a good roll. So they'll decline combat, which subs can do. The Italians are going to take, I think they're going to take a combined, which gives them 3 land moves, I believe, and they're going to launch an amphibious assault. Can't see it from here. But they're going to launch an amphibious assault on Malta. And to do that, they have a 4-3 infantry corps landing from an amphib and a 4-3 marine corps landing from an amphib. Now that's going to be a total of 6 attack factors. Now we're going to put this light cruiser out here. It's part of a naval move. I can't do that one. We're going to go over here. Part of a naval move, so they put a light cruiser out here in the Western Med. What that does is it severs the supply from Malta. Let's flip over. So we got there's 1 point there. It's a major city, which is 2, but -1 because it's out of supply. We have 6 points. We're going to have 6. Do I have 6 points of bombardment? It doesn't look like it. Oh, that's 3. Yeah, I got 6. 6 points of bombardment. There's a battleship in here somewheres. Five points of bombardment. So that's 11-1. It's an automatic. So the Italians took the island of Malta this turn, and they're happy about that. They're happy about kind of pounding the British Navy. It's a little bit of a redemption for the disaster that the Kriegsmarine suffered. Over in Asia, it's the same weather. Yeah, they're not doing it. The Japanese are just gonna. I think they're gonna take a combined and move a few things, and I will just take care of that, and I will come back with probably the Democrat impulse. Okay, the Commonwealth took another combined. They moved up some reinforcements, and I'll show you. They moved up some reinforcements in Africa. This militia unit right here moved up. So they're good with that. There's not much else they really want to do at this point. The transports are out, so they really can't lift anything right now. They're not going to bother with a combat up in the Faroes Gap because we don't have sub hunters, so I can't engage the subs. Okay, so that's it for the Democrats. We're going to roll to end the impulse. Wouldn't that make them happy, huh? They needed 2. Oh my God, check it out. R1. Impulse is over. Impulse is over. So that's going to move the Communists up 1 on the initiative bonus track and the Democrats down 1 on the initiative bonus track, because neither the fascists nor the communists got an impulse this turn. In addition, the fascists were already in the highest box, so that moves the Democrat marker down 1. So, okay, so let me grab the chart. I think we'll do the partisans and the war with Democrat rolls. Okay, let's do the partisan roll. And let's see what we get. Roll 1 die. That's a 2. Norway, UK, Hungary, Iraq, Yugoslavia, Baltic, Australia, USA, China. Now, if we go over to China and check China out, I don't think there is any place to put a partisan. It's got to be outside of a zone of control. There's a zone of control there, here. This has got a zone of control. There's zones of control up there. This stuff right here, up here, this is all still controlled by the Chinese. Japan never occupied any of that. Just, I think this hex, and that's it. And that's all in zones of control. So there will be no Chinese partisans. And after that, we got war with the Democrats. Let's go do a couple rolls for that. It's always fun as far as the U.S. is concerned. They love it. Now, let's see. We'll do Japan first. So we'll roll the die. Now, that's a 3. Okay, Japan's been at war since 37. So that's 3 years. So that's plus 3. And yeah, and they also get plus 2 for the other 2 major powers at war with the Democrats. It's a plus 5. Minus 1 for JA6 is a plus 4. And plus 4 with 3 is 7, is 1. Japan gains 1. Plus 1. Now we'll roll the Germans. Oh, let's roll it over here. Germany rolls a 1. And let's see, that's going to be a plus 2 for the other 2 that are at war with Democrats. And Germany went to war late 39, so it's been late 40. It's been 1 year, so that's a plus 3. 1 plus 3 is 4. A 4 is 0. Okay. And now we got the old Italians. Come on, get on the screen. There we go. That's a 4. Italy hasn't even been at war for a year. So she gets a plus 2 for the other 2 at war with Democrats, so that's a 6. And a 6 is a plus 1. Nobody likes Mussolini. Okay, I will come back with production, and that will probably wrap this turn. Okay, we're at production. These ships up here at the top are repaired ships. Germany produced 31, started with 19, and spent 22. Japan produced 19, started with 19, and spent 20. The Italians produced 12, started with 11, and spent 14. The Soviets produced 14, started with 14, and spent 12. The Commonwealth produced 22, started with 15, and spent 21. The U.S. produced 19, started with 13, and spent 15. China produced 5, started with 5, and spent 7. And the Free French produced 1, started with -2, and spent 3. That'll do it for production. I will get these new produced units on the circle. And I'd like to thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you would. That'd be great. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next time.